Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you guys can see from the title, today we're going to be reviewing and demoing the new Patrick powder from MAC with the MAC x Patrickstar collection versus Laura Mercier powder, which is largely coveted from beauty bloggers all over YouTube. Everybody loves this powder. This has been a game changer for a very long time. We want to see how the Patrick powder goes against Laura Mercier powder. They say it is the best on the market, and I've been using it for about 5 months now. I like it. I don't know if I love it. And I believe this powder runs for about 50 bucks. If you guys don't know, Patrickstar cakes on the powder. Like, he loves powder. He can put it on under his eyes, on his neck, everywhere. So most people know that if he's gonna come out with a collection, he's gonna come out with a powder such as this. So everybody has high hopes for this powder. On this side I use the Patrick's powder, and on this side I use Laura Mercier powder. So we're gonna see which one I like better. Stay tuned to the end to see the other products that I use. Lastly, congratulations to Patrickstar. If anybody deserved the MAC collaboration, it would definitely be him. If you guys haven't watched his Cinderella story, he actually started his makeup career working at MAC and then started making YouTube videos shortly after that, which has grown to what he is now. So congratulations on your collaboration, Patrick, and I wish you all the best. Let me just quickly do my brows and get back to you guys with the face products. For foundation today, I'm going to be using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter foundation in the shade 440. I put this down for a little bit, but you guys know I love it, and I just used about 2.5 pumps. And I'm just going to be buffing that out with this Morphe B5 brush. Now that it's winter, this foundation is a little bit dark on me, but it's fine. I'd much rather foundation be darker than lighter. I really wanted to try the shade 430, but that has been sold out for so long. To conceal, I'm using the NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer in the shade Amande. The only thing is, I feel like you get such a little product. You only get 6 milliliters for like $37, I believe it is. That is a lot, to me at least. I think that's a lot for a concealer. NARS is just an expensive brand altogether. But it makes your under eyes look so hydrated and dewy. It's always a really natural finish. So I'm gonna contour with this LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Mahogany. And I'm just going to blend that out with the same Morphe B5 foundation brush. To make sure that that's really seamlessly blended in, I'm just gonna go back in with my Real Techniques blender. On to Patrick's powder. So I was so excited when Patrick announced his collaboration with MAC. I know that he used to work with MAC, and honestly, I can't think of an influencer that deserves it more. I feel like Patrickstar is like, whenever I'm in a bad mood, I watch Patrickstar's videos. I feel like Patrickstar is like such a great example of a beauty influencer that deserves a collaboration with MAC. He's just so positive, and he knows how to make people feel really good about themselves. And he always says how beauty is a one size fits all. So go on his channel and I'm sure you'll have a laugh. He's just so funny and full of life, and I love him. He's definitely one of my favorite YouTubers. Definitely in my top 5 favorite YouTubers or beauty bloggers of all time. So I knew that I was going to get something no matter what, just to support, and just something that says Patrickstar on it. Plus this packaging is like so pretty, so I'm definitely going to keep this. Patrickstar x MAC. On his video where he showed the products that are coming out in this collection, he said that this powder was definitely a must cop from the collection. He said that this is the best powder for all skin tones. If the camera can pick it up, it does have a peachy undertone, which I think should be good. I've never tried a powder with a peachy undertone. I usually go towards powder with a yellow, white, or translucent undertone, such as the Benite powder in Banana and in Topaz. I also usually use Laura Mercier powder. So today what I'm going to be doing is one side I'm going to be using Laura Mercier, and the other side I'll be using Patrick's powder. I feel like this Laura Mercier powder is one of those things that beauty YouTubers made me buy. I don't know if I necessarily love it, but I use it because I don't hate it and it's good. Because I have dry skin, I feel like it's a little bit too drying under my eyes, but this Laura Mercier powder is definitely a great powder for people with oily skin because the way it just sucks up your oils when you let it bake a little bit under your eye. I've definitely seen it when I do other people's makeup, so I understand why people rave about this powder so much. I'm just gonna go over each eye for the little creasing that's happening. So this is Laura Mercier. And this is Patrick's powder. Everywhere else, I'm gonna go with Patrick's powder. I can already see a difference from like the short amount of time that it has been baking under my eyes. I'm gonna zoom in so that you guys can see this. So I have a lot of texture under my eyes. This is the side with Laura Mercier. If you guys can see, I always have like texture showing through right here, and I just thought like because of my skin there's no way to get around that. The Laura Mercier powder kind of highlights it. It's almost like it sits on top of those little bumps that are on my skin. But on this side, do you see the difference? You see it a lot less. It's almost like it filters it. Patrick's powder. Laura Mercier. I don't know if you guys can catch it on camera. So because I have dry skin, I usually don't bake for that long, but I'm just gonna bake for a little bit longer, no more than 5 minutes, to see how this powder's working. I'm also on this side, I'm gonna go in with Patrick's powder. It's so smooth. And on the other side, I'm gonna go in with Laura Mercier. I'm really glad that I decided to compare both. Powder isn't like foundation where you can tell if the product is bad or not good for you right off the bat. You have to like kind of wait a little bit and see. In the meantime, so I already put concealer over my lids. That's gonna basically act as my eyeshadow primer. I'm just going to go over that with some Patrick's powder first. And then I'm gonna go over that with some MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the color Dark Deepest, and this Morphe B13 brush. See how that looks so airbrushed? Look how my brush is like about to break. Look at this. Should I just take it off? Let me just leave it. Now for the moment of truth, I'm going to wipe all of this off and see what both sides look like. This is Patrick's powder. Smooth. Look how smooth my face looks. Wow. So filtered. Okay. Now this is Laura Mercier. You see how Laura Mercier almost already like sucked in all of a little bit of oil on my face. My skin is dry. It really just sucks in the oil. That's probably why I feel like my under eyes are just kind of dry when I use it. But like it's really good for people with oily skin. I feel like on camera or like maybe in pictures, the difference isn't going to be that grand. In the mirror, this side of my face looks a lot drier than this side, for sure. This side looks really like, it looks like I didn't bake, basically. It looks like I just put powder on my face, but I didn't bake. This side you can tell I baked. This looks so hydrated. Okay guys, so I went to finish up my eyes. The last product that I got from the Patrickstars collection is the Mama Star lip gloss. Now I got this lip gloss not only because I love the color and I love the packaging, but I honestly have a lip gloss, not lip gloss. I honestly have a lip gloss that looks just like this from MAC, and it's pretty much the only lip gloss from MAC that I use. It is the Spice lip gloss by MAC, and I've had this for a while now. Honestly, the lip gloss formula from MAC is very different from a regular lip gloss formula. The lower one is Mama Star and the one right above it is Spice. So as you can see, they're very similar to each other. This one is honestly probably expired because I've had it for so long, so I'm glad that I actually bought this. What I really love about the lip gloss is that it's sticky, but it's not sticky where like your hair gets caught into it, and it stays on for a really long time. If I wasn't actually reviewing these products, these are the two things from the collection that I probably would have for sure gotten. For people who are on a budget and can't afford all 3 lip products, I would definitely say if you want to try the lip gloss, go ahead and buy Mama Star. There are 3 lip sets in total. Let's do a flashback test for you guys so we can see if this is really brown girl friendly. So no flashback on the Patrick powder or the Laura Mercier powder. So my final thoughts. So for my final verdict of the Patrick powder versus Laura Mercier powder, I would have to say, for me, considering my skin tone as well as my skin type, I'm gonna go with the Patrick powder. I feel like Laura Mercier powder is great for people with oily skin. This Patrick powder is giving me such a hydrated look under my eyes. I really don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but to me, this side looks way drier than this side. And the flawless finish that you get under your eyes is just... I'm definitely a fan of the peachy undertones. I was a bit scared of it because I lean towards powders with a yellower undertone, but this one definitely did not hurt and I love it. This powder was, I believe, $38, while the Laura Mercier powder runs for about $50. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you guys haven't watched some of my other videos, I'm gonna leave them right here for you guys, so make sure you check them out.